In this video, I'll show you some of the things you can do when working on customer records. We'll start by opening the Customer Center. Let's choose Victor. And you can see on the right side that his basic information appears. Let's say we want to edit. We want to add an email. So click the pencil icon and click in the email field and type his email address. You could make any changes on any of the other tabs, but that's all we'll change for now. So click OK to save your changes. And you can see his email now appears. On the far right, you can see a list of reports. If you click one, QuickBooks will quickly create that report. There's an opening balance report for this customer. Let's close it. And I want to show you the customer snapshot. The customer snapshot is pretty handy. You can see at a glance the recent activity and information like number of years as a customer, average day to pay, average days to pay, sales history. Scroll down and you can see the best-selling items and recent payments. Lots to explore. Let's go back to the customer record. So we'll close the snapshot and let's select Tony. First, let's talk about this Transactions tab. It lists all the transactions for this customer. You can filter the list by transaction type, receive payments, and you can also filter by payment method or date range. You can create a new transaction for this customer by going to Manage Transactions and selecting the transaction type. Let's say we want to create an estimate. Click Estimates, and QuickBooks has already filled in the customer name. Go ahead and close this since we're not really creating an estimate right now. The Contacts tab is where you can add or edit contacts in the company. Click Manage Contacts. You can add new, edit the selected contact, or delete the selected contact. Let's go on to the To-Do tab. Keeping track of your to-do items for a customer is a good thing because it helps keep you connected and on top of things. For example, you could create a to-do item when your customer leaves a message on your phone and you want a reminder to call them back. Or if you need to purchase certain items for a job, you can add a to-do item to remind you before the day of the job. On the day that the to-do item is due, QuickBooks will remind you if you open QuickBooks that day and look at the company to-do list. So let's go do that right now. Go to Company and choose To-Do List. So right here from the list, you can choose to create a new to-do item or edit the selected one or delete the selected to-do, or you could print a report. I love to check things off of the mini lists that I make, so I make use of this report all the time. Let's close this and go back to the customer record. You can see that you can filter the to-dos, if you had more than one, by to-do type. You could filter by status or by date. You could also print that to-do report from here. One less step. So let's quickly create a new to-do item. Go to the Manage To-Dos, click Create New. You can choose the type. I'll leave it at a call, and I'll change the priority to medium. And it's already selected the customer and the date. I'll choose tomorrow. And I'll write something in the details field. This field is required. You have to write at least something in the details field. I'll just say return Tony's call. The status is active, so I'll leave it at active and click OK to save it. And there you can see the to-do item is now in the list. Let's move on to the Notes tab. Keeping notes on your customers is a great tool to market your business, provide better customer service, and make more sales. You can add notes to a customer record to store quick reminders of promises you've made, meeting notes, or notes on phone calls. So to add a note, you can just go to Manage Notes and choose Add New. If you want to keep track of the date of the note using today's date, click Date Timestamp, and QuickBooks enters the date for you. For other dates, you would have to enter them manually. Well, let's type the note. Wants to create a Tuscan-inspired garden. You could also add a new to-do item from here, or you could print the note. But I'm ready to save it, so I'll click OK. And now you can see there's the note in the list of notes. So that's it. As you can see, you could spend a lot of time in the customer center as you run your business.